Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I'm your host, Mary Ellen. This episode is a catch-up on Junk Journal January, day 16 and day 17. Day 16 is folded, day 17 is top 5. Junk Journal January is hosted by Meg at megjournals.com. She's also here on YouTube at megjournals. Look for the hashtag Junk Journal January if you want to see more videos of people playing along. And the Junk Journal January is done in collaboration with Meg and with Get Messy Art. So that's our introduction. Put this neatly to the side. Let me get my cup of tea, because this is not going to be a make episode. This is going to be a review of what I have made, because we have had filming issues. First one was day 16, didn't work at all, and I am so bummed, and I had so many fun things that I had filmed that didn't work out. And today's episode, I simply forgot to hit go on the camera. So we can do some catch up. So this is day 16, which is folded. And this comes out like this comes out like that. So this is a pocket that featured in last week's Rachel at Roxy Creations Roxy's Weekly Challenge, and I just love these envelopes. I love the feel of it. I love her maximalist-ish kind of approach. It is very sort of lush and rich looking. It always helps that if you can use 17th century Italian linen papers, but she doesn't always do that. She uses digitals, a lot of her own art. She really incorporates a lot of fiber and hand sewing and mark making and so on and so forth. And so I've been wanting to understand that style, and so I decided that this would be an opportunity for me to do that. So this is just a folded envelope, glued here. There's a tuck spot here, and then just sort of a lot of various embellishments here. This is I'm going to say tea cloth. It's not tea cloth. It's the mesh cheesecloth. It's close. Part of an old doily, and this is a bit of sari silk, just as an embellishment. So that is the base, and then I knew when I saw the prompt folded that I wanted to do folded envelopes, because I like those. And why not do something you like? So I wanted to be funky and fun, and I have created 2 envelopes that are folded, and I will show you how I got these folds. I did 2 different envelopes. This is it's like a piece of paper like this. It is white on the back, and to create these colors, what I did was a very light watercolor wash. So I took this, I sprayed it with a lot of water, then used fairly saturated watercolor and placed it down, and then I used a brayer to move the paint around so that there was less brush strokes, and it worked really, really nicely. I'm quite pleased with how that came out. And also sort of to take out that stark white, be able to create something dark. Added some stamps, some physical stamps, and then stamps. And this is me doing some handwriting with a glass dip ink pen. And on the back, I even lit a candle and nearly burnt down the place because I don't have a stable little candle holder, and that was all part of the fun. And then these are just pieces of ribbon, and then stamps, and so on and so forth. So these are really kind of a really nice feel to them. You could open them if you wanted to. They have print on the inside. I don't know if you can see any of that. but there's nothing really to see. It's just the idea of having the envelopes. But I really like this as a composition, I guess, as something to be seen as a page. I think if I were flipping through a journal and I came up to something like that, that I would really appreciate it. I think if I was going to do it for a journal where it was going to be given away and I did this, I would probably err much closer on the side of here so that the person could still open it up. Anyway, so that's that, and I will show you then how we do this fold, and I'll do it a couple of times so that we can sort of have an understanding of how it works out. And I might use this black pencil to sort of show you where the fold lines are. So the first thing you need to do is get this is just a scrap piece of paper. This is a rectangle piece of paper. The long edge is on the horizontal and the short edge is on the vertical. So fold one is folded in the middle. So that's fold one. So all we've done is we've just folded it down like that. Next fold, and you'll notice that a lot of origami, and this one in particular, has a lot of symmetry or mirror images. And this would be a good example of where that happens. So I've taken this edge and I am lining it up with this line and creating this fold here. And doing the same from top to bottom on this side. So I'll show you where the two folds are here. So this is second 2A. This is 2B. And so what we've done is we've taken this edge, lined it up to the center there, taken that edge and lined it up to the center there, and we're good. Next fold we're going to do is take this bottom edge, we're going to fold it up and line it up to the bottom of this flap here. Just like that. And again, sort of more symmetry, mirror imaging. I'm going to take this edge and I'm going to line it up with this edge. Pull it down, make sure that's on a bit of a square. We've got that. So this is 3, and just gonna make a line here, and that is 3, or 3A, 3B. There we are. And we're home stretch. Now we're gonna take this end and we are going to tuck it underneath here. So this has got a flat edge. We are going to neatly tuck it underneath this little edge here and line up the side there. So it's going to have like a tuck position. It's just going to go just like that. And then we're going to do the very same thing on this side. Fold it down. And then tuck it under. And we're done. Just like that. So I'm gonna, what number were we on? 3, this is on 4. And this one is 4. So I'm gonna take this apart. And we're gonna do it again, and we're gonna sort of see what we've done. So we start with the rectangle, long side on the bottom, short sides vertical. We're going to take one side and we're going to fold it on the fold it in half like that. So we are cutting, I don't know how to say, we're folding it in the middle long ways. Sure? We're going to unfold it. Then we're going to take this side and we're going to fold it up. Take the other side, fold it down. Take this bottom side, fold it up to the edge here. Mirror image on the other side. And I think the easiest way to talk about this fold might be to say, take this edge and then line it up to the center. And you'll naturally get that tuck in there. So we are taking this edge and we are going to fold it this way, and then we're going to tuck it in like that. And so that's how I was able to create this envelope here. And what I did was then I created a wax seal, a little bit of sari silk, placed it down there, and then on the front I wrote an address, stuck an old stamp, and then I have some stamps that I used to embellish. So that was my fold. There we are. And then today's creation was a top 5, and I had difficulty with figuring out top 5 what. Cindy at Studio Lou came up with a great idea for top 5, and that is she did the top 5 things she most needed to do in her studio today, which I thought was a great idea. I used a more literal approach, and I used the top 5. One of the things that I'm very interested in is Art Nouveau, and so I decided to look up the top 5 artists of that time, and I created some journal cards, and this is just sort of paper images from the internet. They're not necessarily the top 5, and they're a combination of people that I am familiar with and a couple of people that I am unfamiliar with and a couple of people that I didn't know were part of the Art Nouveau movement. So my people are Louis Comfort Tiffany, and there are a lot of glass makers. There's also Lalique, there's Gallet, Tiffany, of course. I was surprised that that was Art Nouveau. This is Mucha, Alphonse Mucha, or Mucha. I don't know which is the better way of saying it. I'm very familiar with that, and these images typify to me what Art Nouveau looks like. Surprised me, Gustav Klimt is apparently part of that art movement. Did not know that. Also did not know that Toulouse-Lautrec was part of the art movement. So also good to know. And then this one, Aubrey Beardsley. Don't know him, not terribly familiar with the art, though it seems to me that there is a lot of graphic black and white that these images, that this guy created as images. Didn't realize how gothic it was. This is a head that doesn't have really any body to it, and so that's mildly upsetting. Might explain why I don't know who Aubrey Beardsley is. But anyways, useful to know. So I've got my 5 little cards, and then I tucked them in here just as a basic pocket, and then I decorated this with images that I think are Mucha, Klimt, Lautrec, Beardsley, and I didn't have anything for Tiffany. And I don't know if that's Beardsley, and I don't know if that's Toulouse-Lautrec, but they are horseshoes and hand grenades in my world. So we'll go with that as the images. I also, while I was there looking, I pulled off the internet some examples of fonts that are Art Nouveau. And this is the one that I want to create because it has it's very linear and has got like the hard and the thin line. These are both sort of more curvy lines, but I am quite familiar with them as this font makes me think very much of Mucha. And this to me is like that American Furniture guy. And I can't remember who he is, but that feels like a very American font. I don't know why there's such a thing. In any event, that is all the news that is fit to print. Sorry that I couldn't give you the demonstrations and the live makes as I did them, but such is the life of having somebody work with a camera and not entirely push all the right buttons at the right time. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you've got a little bit of inspiration with these two makes, and hopefully you are enjoying Junk Journal January, either making along or enjoying everybody's videos. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more episodes. Talk to you soon. Bye now.